Hello guys, Night Spectre here, bringing you another League of Legends cast. We're 0 minutes into the game, as always from now on. So let's go over the teams, shall we? Starting off with Red Team, apparently, according to the dynamic camera. Fine, dynamic camera, I will listen this once, as I rearrange the team as I think they are going to be, but not definitely. So you're there, and all is well. So, Quinn, as you can see, it's the second Quinn that I've seen recently in a very short period of time that's going in the middle. So, a mid Quinn apparently is good, or else we wouldn't see them all the time in the middle. We'll see. We'll see very shortly. So, Quinn, in the middle. Nautilus will be jungling, of course. Where else would you see a Nautilus? Support Nautilus, one might say. Ooh, someone is annoying the snake. Someone is annoying it dearly, taking a lot of damage there, Nami. Poor girl. Those Noxian blasts sure do a lot of damage. So Nami will be supporting. For now, she will be gone. Caitlyn, we've already seen, but I didn't talk about it. So Caitlyn will be the AD carry. And a top Xing Zhao. Haven't seen one of those in a while. Will be interesting, nevertheless. Xing Zhao's, of course, early game have a lot of damage potential. And considering he started off with a Doran's Blade, like pretty much everyone on Red Team, to be honest, it's gonna be quite frightening. So a lot of AD damage coming down from Red Team, meaning that what Blue Team needs to do is armor it up in the end of the game, and they will probably win this. We shall see, however, how the mid game goes, or the laning phases for that matter. Blue Team will be a Jace on top. Should be fine. Is going to rush himself a Tear of the Goddess, so he won't be able to do that much damage to the Xing Zhao as of yet. The Noxious Blast we've already seen coming down from Cassiopeia should be able to harass Quinn equally, though Quinn for now is doing quite a well job. Is going to vault straight into the phase, and oh my, that's a lot of damage. Ignite going down as well even. She just wants to win her lane apparently. We'll see how it goes. The jungler, I'm going to need to stay mid for a while, aren't I? Normally Cassiopeia's early game damage is quite high. If she hits level 2, Quinn needs to be careful. Then again, Quinn's damage is quite the same. As I forget his name, Rengar will be jungling. And the bottom lane will be a Janna and a Vayne. So Vayne short range against Caitlyn long range. So she might have some difficulties. Then again, Eye of the Storm can be used by Janna to make it so that at least she's not taking all that much damage. Janna now actually taking a lot of damage there. Aqua Prism misses though. Guess who's going top? It's the Rengar. And Nautilus is actually going down at the same time. So Rengar going to get spotted there. Nautilus beating it down. Not doing enough damage there though. Savagery doing way more. Dredgeline being used there as safety. But guess what? Jumpy Wumpy by the Rengar will make it so that Nautilus will need to recall. So Rengar could either counter jungle or go for the kill. But I think he's going to counter jungle. Yes indeed. Takes the golems for himself. So bottom lane being quite harassy, I might say. This is better for Red Team than it is for Blue Team though. As you can see, they are farming quite well as well. But if Blue Team is able to go hard, then of course Vayne might have the upper hand in a 1-to-1 duel. Janna and Nami actually play quite the same. Of course, Nami has the heal as to Janna has the shield. But otherwise they have very great crowd control onto the enemies. They both have a slow, they both have a knock-up, let's say. And their ults also are quite good for disengaging as well as knocking away enemies. So quite the same champions as Xing Zhao is taking a pounding on top. So this might hurt. Oh, knock up and a turret shot. Great play there by the Janna. Does she have some consumables left? She does not. So she will have some difficulties. Thank God she pink-warded this brush, meaning that the Nautilus will be spotted, of course. Rengar still counter-jungling Nautilus though. They want to go in for a dive. Will Jace be able to interrupt this? Well, it doesn't matter. Xing Zhao spotted the Rengar now, so he will be fine. A nice Eye of the Storm there. Well then, let's go top, for Quinn is arriving. Will she be able to do something though? I don't think so. The bird gives away that she is there, but I don't think it matters all that much. Instead, she's just going to top. going to help Xing Zhao pushing. This might be dangerous. Rengar going in, Xing Zhao going in as well. Ignite going down, Xing Zhao flashes away. First blood for Quinn, second blood for the Jace player. Who will be victorious? Will it be Quinn? Probably. Jace not doing all that much and has just given up and will die. So a double kill for Quinn. That might be an issue. She even got a blue buff out of that. So yeah, Quinn is going for the win. And that rhymes. Oh, Silver Bolt's doing the damage they want to do onto the poor Caitlyn. Of course, we'll get healed up by the up of Enflow quite easily. Though Nami is of course getting out of mana. The mana costs of Nami are quite... well, they're not really high, but you do tend to spam your abilities as Nami. And so you are taking fairly low. Though the same counts for Janna. If she needs to put down as many Eye of the Storms as possible, she will get out of mana as well. They are probably wanting to go in there. Howling Gale misses though. Aqua Prison does not. Caitlyn wants to go in hard. Needs to flash away through the exhaust. The Condemn will not be able to get the kill. The barrier has been popped, however. Nami wants to go in hard. A few more auto attacks will result in a kill. Tide Colors Blasting almost gets the kill, but a barrier coming down from the Vayne will give her the kill instead. Now Nami trying to go for the double kill. She does not have flash, but the minions will clear it out anyway. Rengar now going in. Savagery will give him the kill, so that will be a 2-for-1 situation for, well, great for blue team of course, and Rengar got an extra assist out of that, so that's 2 assists for 1 kill, and well, the minions killing the Vayne. That was a pity indeed. She could have flashed. Then again, I wouldn't have guessed it either, and I wouldn't have wanted to flash anyway, because cast on minions auto attacks will hit you no matter what. Xing Zhao wants to go win hard and succeeds so. He went for another Doran's Blade and it is working out in his favor. Jace did the same though. He finished his Steer of the Goddess and then went, well, then I'm going Doran's Blade. Oh my god, it's Speedster Quinn coming down the lane in bird form. Jace is almost dead already and it will be Quinn with the vault getting the quick kill there. My god, that movement speed that you get from the tag team is really, really strong indeed. It will make it so that Quinn has very great harass potential in the mid game. She's just going to go through all the lanes possible whenever she has her ultimate ready. Cassiopeia is trying to push as hard as she can. She is out farming Quinn a little bit, but it doesn't really matter if Quinn gets all those kills. She's 3-0, already has a Bilgewater Cutlass, and well, she's just going to continue harassing the lanes, and if that'll work, well then. Guess what's going to happen? Rengar now going in hard. He should be able to jump. No, he will not. Just barely out of range. Blue team started to harass a little bit too soon. Gave it away that Rengar was approaching, invisible as he might have been. Nautilus actually taking the blue there. Well, it wasn't necessary. Quinn had a blue for a long period of time anyway. Zephyr! And boom. That's a lot of damage. Oh no, the Aqua Prism lands though. The trap underneath the feet of Vayne weren't there quick enough though. Lucky for her. Lucky for her indeed, because it can work. You can Aqua Prism someone and then put a trap underneath her face. Nautilus wants to go in for the assistance, but is not yet required. However, if blue team would decide to dive, which I don't think they will, Nautilus will be there. Auto attack! Janna! So here it goes. Will he go for a dive? The minions are tanking the turret. If a Howling Gale would land, it might be possible, but they are being very, very careful there, blue team. Great play in general, and they are going back to buy some much needed items. A lot of Doran's items being bought, and actually they're not going back. I'm a big liar. Oh no, Jace! Almost burning to death there, but he survived. Apparently they're going back in. Well, this will be interesting. Jace might be able to bait it out, and my god, that went... I thought it would have been bottom lane or top lane that was going to have a fight, but apparently it's not. It's going to be Cassiopeia. So let's go and see what happens. Vault immediately, and that's just nothing you can do about that girl. Even used her ult perfectly, but there's a Nautilus behind you. There's not that much you can do. So for now, I'll let the dynamic camera decide where to go, because there's too much action going down in all the lanes and I can't keep up. Apparently, I can't. Pink Ward battle! Won by Janna. Great play there, Janna. You did great. So yeah, I think Xing Zhao notices this though. He must know that Jace is baiting it out. Rengar now going in with the Bulla Strike. With the Roar as well. The Battle Roar is not going to get the kill though, but a lot of damage nevertheless. You have Battle Cry and you have Battle Roar. And they're both in this game, so I will be confused no matter what. Now, Caitlyn is all by herself for a short period of time. We have Nami here clearing out another ward with her vision ward. Will succeed in doing so. And then they are going to recall. So, red team recalling first. Quinn will get a red buff. Oh my, that's going to be so dangerous. Gouge him indeed, Valor. Oh, she's not going to get it? Huh. Well, her Vault already slow, so maybe it isn't really required for her to have red, but still, come on. It's awesome. Cassiopeia just trying her best to try and farm as much as possible, but it's not working out all that well. Nautilus again in the rear with the gear. Will go in. Dredgeline will land. That will be a bye-bye for the Cassiopeia. She doesn't have flash. She doesn't have nothing. She has given up the will to live. So another kill for the Quinn user there is 5-0. And will probably now be able to buy a Blade of the Ruined King because of it. Caitlyn gets knocked up in the air. Will she care? I think she won't. A nice up and flow there by Nami, bouncing 3 times. And now Nautilus is back again. Boom goes the Vayne up in the air twice in a row. There's no escaping, don't you know? An amazing dredge line right after the Monsoon of Janna, making it so that the poor Vayne was caught back in the tracks. And this will be an ace in the hole, which won't be enough. Oh, the Eye of the Storm was more than enough, and Jace now going down as well. The Ignite won't be enough. Red team just taking a stroll down the park, and blue team isn't invited. Oh my. So we're only 11 minutes into the game and a dragon is being done. Normally you'd see it about 12, so it's a decent time to start dragon, especially when there's no enemies at all in the bottom side of the map. That again, amazing play so far from red team. They are snowballing out of control, and I do hope blue team will be able to do something about it, but we shall see. In a way, I don't really know a way that what blue team can do to try and win. They might use the Jace and his Shock Blast to again push the middle lane and try to poke as hard as possible. But I don't know, their disengage won't be strong enough. You have Janna, so Monsoon might be able to save them, but against the depth charge of Nautilus, you can't run away from that, and if you do, it's mostly worse for your team, because then everyone gets knocked up if you walk in between your allies, which they won't do probably, but still it's funny. And Monsoon can't save you from that. Then again, it can make it so that the engage can't work out, so it's all or nothing for a Janna Monsoon. In a way, Cassiopeia can use her Petrifying Gaze, her Petrifying Gaze as well to disengage, which is a pity because it's a very strong ability, but it is a very strong ability if the enemy chases you. Because then you just turn around, look it in the eyes, and here comes the birdie, doing amazing amounts of damage. Vayne using the final hour to try and be invisible, but it won't work. Nami takes 1 kill. Nami wants to take a second, but it will be Quinn. 6-0. Blade of the Ruined King. She used the active, so that was one of the reasons why the Vayne was so gosh darn slow. And now we're going to top, where there is a Rengar trying to push down a tower. Xingqiao wants to go in hard, apparently. Well, it's actually Nautilus that wants to go in hard, but Xingqiao is not interested. And Nautilus needs to be a little bit careful. Not that much careful, but a little bit. Just a little bit. So, oh my, Rengar going with the invisible approach will jump onto Xingqiao, and gone he is. Xingqiao, of course, going for a fairly squishy build for now. He is ahead in his lane, so he can afford to do it. Well, he's not actually ahead anymore. He has some extra assists, so I think he's ahead. Oh, a very nice Petrifying Gaze there, combined with, of course, the Ignite and the damage from the Twin Fang will be enough to get the kill with the Noxious Blast in the end. So great play! Cassiopeia even being behind. If the ult lands and you're standing on top of him, I don't even remember if she was standing on top of Miasma, but she was poisoned nevertheless, so Cassiopeia was able to use a lot of Twin Fangs. So then, red team is in the lead with 4,000 gold. They have a turret and a dragon, so that's 2,000 gold in pure objective base. So, boom! Janna don't care. Janna's been through a lot lately. She don't care. Spirit of the Ancient Golem has been purchased by Nautilus. He already has Boots of Mobility as well, which will make it so that his ganking potential is now high, very high indeed, and Tenacity will not have an effect onto him, so he doesn't need to go for Mercury Threats, which means that, well, Crowd Control won't have that much of an effect on him, so he can go for high movement speed boots instead of just going for Mercury Threats to try and get as less CC as possible, is what I meant to say. So, bottom tower's going down, going down, going down. Rengar wants to protect it, but Nautilus is there too. Quinn's ultimate is off cooldown, and here we go. Immediately, she goes in, goes with the Blade of the Ruined King. Is going to walk away though, so would have expected some more aggressiveness coming down from the Quinn there. No, it's going to be Rengar jumping in, bullet throw. Oh my god, so much damage. Final hour by Vayne, giving her some extra needed movement speed, but she instead is going to walk away, for Quinn and Nautilus are approaching. Nautilus going in from the rear will land an auto attack, snaring the Vayne. Will get knocked against the wall though, but here comes a depth charge. Will do more than enough. Quinn with the vault going to get the kill onto the Vayne. Monsoon was not enough, but at the very least, Janna and the Rengar did not die. Oh, talking about dying, did not expect that, so let's check out that one as well. So whilst bottom lane was dying all over the place, Xin Zhao almost took a shock blast to the face, and I think one shot blast will mean that he will die. Nope, to the skies is more than enough. So that's what's happened on top. So blue team is still relatively in this. Cassiopeia gets slowed, Nautilus in the rear once more. Well, actually to the sides. Is just going to walk away, Miasma being used to give vision to her allies. It won't be enough. So yes, we're starting the mid-game pushing apparently. Didn't expect it at this point of the game. No, actually Cassiopeia backs off. I don't think Quinn will go to the bottom as well. She wants to farm mid. Well, I would want to farm mid. And that's the first turret destroyed by blue team. So top tower been destroyed by Jace, middle tower destroyed by Quinn. Itemization, Cassiopeia making the wise choice to go for the Seeker's Arm Guard. It will give her some tankiness, which will be required for the Quinn, the Xin Zhao and the Caitlyn. So then she's going for a Giant's Belt, which is an item I tend to go for as well on Cassiopeia, and I try to rush it to have a very quick Rylai's Crystal Scepter, because slowing effects on your Miasma will be greater, and the slow on your Twin Fang will be very great indeed. Because it's a single target spell, it will be a 35% slow on Rylai's Crystal Scepter. I think we'll see her when she buys it. And then afterwards she can probably go for a Liandry's Torment if she really wants to. That will mean that she will be able to do a lot of damage with her Twin Fangs. A lot. Oh, Jace wants to go in hard once more. Has the minion disadvantage, so he decides to back off. Xin Zhao walks away as well. He's relatively low. He's going for another double. Oh, Quinn coming in once more. Vault onto the face of the Jace. That rhymes, so he must die. Quinn using tag team active to get the kill. Cheeky bastard. She's 8-1. She could have given the kill to Xin Zhao, to be honest. I think she has farmed enough champion kills. Dredgeline landing onto Vayne will use Final Hour to turn herself invisible, and there comes a Rengar onto an exhausted Caitlyn. She flashes away, but a flash in by the Vayne as well. Gets knocked up by the Tidal Wave though, and will die in the process. Rengar, of course, taking the kills all day. There are bushes. He can jump as many times as he wants, and he will. A very nice Howling Gale, but it won't be enough. Dredgeline of Nautilus will take the kill, and Rengar gets caught in an Aqua Prison, and he will have to walk away. Uses Battle Roar to try and heal himself. Uses Smite, but it will be the Ebb and Flow coming down from Nami that will get the shut down onto Rengar. That's not the wisest way to get shut down gold on a support player, I must say. Oh no, Cassiopeia is coming in. Will try to use Miasma to find herself the target she wants. Instead is going to do a lot of damage onto the Nautilus, even using Petrifying Gaze, but it won't be enough. Instead, she's going to try and look for Nami, but Nami is baiting this out fairly hard. Instead, Cassiopeia wants to go for the Execute. Will she succeed? Well, nope, she will not. Actually, she did. Quinn did not get the assist there. So it was the best thing she could have done, really. Nice play. Very nice play indeed by Cassiopeia. She even farmed a little bit out of it, which is great. Nami, a great bait indeed. Great Aqua Prism in the end there. So it's a 6,000 gold lead for red team, and you just saw Nami placing down a Vision Ward as well on Dragon, so they'll probably go for the next Dragon and they'll probably get it. And judging from how Caitlyn is playing, they really want another tower as well, so a lot of objectives are going to get taken down by red team in the next few minutes. Rengar again going in, but we're going top apparently because the dynamic camera always knows best. So yes, he was right. That's a kill there, and that's a kill there. Great dynamic camera, I love you.
I love you too, Night Spectre. Now let's watch a kill onto the Nautilus.
Let's not, dynamic camera, you lying sons of B. Quinn going in birdie form, wants to find himself a target, uses heightened senses to try and find DJs, will get the kill, gets slowed of course, but it won't be enough. Quinn walks away, Cassiopeia is too far away to try and find her. The minions were there though, but a very quick recall will make it so that she's fine. But hey! Dragon's been taken by blue team! You wouldn't expect that now, would ya? And Cassiopeia is pushing on. She wants to put down objectives, which is a smart way to play. She can save Jace anyway, I believe. So instead she decides to take mid and do some extra damage on the middle tower, which this game is actually about. You need to destroy the towers in order to win, in order to get to the Nexus. So, wise play in general by blue team. The gold lead is diminishing because of it. They took a dragon, they took a tower. 2,000 gold in the bag. And for now I must say that it is mostly... Oh, that was a very nice usage there of Tightcaller's Blessing onto the Caitlyn there. With her long range, that means a whole lot of slow potential there. Dodges the Aqua Prism, does not dodge the... Oh, nice block there by Janna. Does she have Monsoon? I don't think she has. No, she used it. Will land a perfect Howling Gale, however. Has the Zephyr, so that's some bonus movement speed. But Dratchaline almost landing there. Now it's Cassiopeia coming down for a party. Will use the Petrifying Gaze to slow the enemy's Anti-Miasma as well. The Trap of Caitlyn will keep the Rengar at place as well as the Exhaust. But an auto attack from the Cassiopeia will shut down the support, giving 360 gold. Quinn, on the other hand, decides, well, I can do the same. I won't save my team and instead take an important objective. Cassiopeia gets bonus movement speed, I wanted to say, whenever she hits her Noxian Blast. So keep that in mind. If she lands it, she will probably go for the kill. Instead, she gets caught again. Quinn this time not taking the kill. It will be for Nautilus. Nautilus already has an Aegis, will probably now have enough for a Rocket of the Orange Solari, we shall see. Rengar taking fairly low, fairly quickly by Xing Zhao there. Decides to go back in. Jace wants to find himself a Xing Zhao. Janna is there as well. I don't think he can escape, but he had vision onto her, using the Audacious Charge to try and walk away. But guess what? It's Vayne. She slowed you with the active of the Blade of the Rune King, and you are dead. Riley's Crystal Scepter has been purchased by the Cassiopeia. I don't know when, could have been a while ago, but she finally has the item. Meaning that if she lands a Noxious Blast now, she not only gets movement speed herself, but you will get slowed. And then if she's able to land a Twin Fang onto you, you will be slowed even harder. So blue team is still in this, I believe. Oh, Caitlyn, no! You cannot outrun a Vayne. Well, if you land your 90 caliber nut, you can. Though you are Zephyr now, here comes the Vayne, here comes the pain, here comes Nami. Hi. So blue team decides to back off. Well, we're back to a 6,000 gold lead for red team. They managed to take down quite the amounts of objectives there. All the outer turrets have been destroyed, meaning that red team now has a lot of control in the blue team's jungle, as you could see. Nami was already placing some aggressive wards. The one over here is the one I mean. Of course, they can be more aggressive, Nami. You can place one down there. Oh, that's chat. Cool. But you can also place one here. Just saying. If you feel like you're in control, you can place them down at the blue buff and the red buff, and then you can kill junglers. Or AD carries, because it's right about time that Vayne will probably take the red buff. We'll see. She has the active of the Blade of the Rune King to slow. And Janna is there as well to land the Zephyrs if they need slow. But it's just a nice thing to give on an AD carry. They have the highest attack speed in general, so that means more red buff stacks onto your enemy. Well, stacks. I'll have to say procs. So then, let's watch the itemization of the support players, because as you can see, oh no, Xing Zhao, very nice little crescent strike there, I mean sweep, but it won't be enough, or will it? The slow of the Blade of the Ruined King might have given him the movement speed buff it's needed. Now it's Quinn and Nautilus coming in from behind. Quinn, of course, still has her ultimate, uses heightened senses to make it so that the bush has no effect onto me, mortal, and will use the active to get the kill. Janna is there as well, will try and knock up the Quinn, succeeds! The exhaust on Quinn will reduce the damage more than enough, and then the Monsoon to heal a little bit. Now Cassiopeia is in the mix, she should be able to Twin Fang the Nami. Double kill for the Vayne, getting the kill onto... Oh my god, a double Aqua Prison! Come on, let's spread out a little bit. And never mind.
Oh no, it's a support taking the kill.
Caitlyn taking objectives though. The split pushing in this game has been remarkably well by both teams, I might add. For now, Red Team doing a better job though. And at that time, well, you don't want to stop us? Well then we'll take a Baron. However, they will lose an inhibitor for this. So, is it worth it? In a way, they make it so that... Oh no, Jace actually respawns, so I don't think they'll lose an inhibitor out of this. But the inhibitor tower should have taken a lot of damage there, as you can see. And Jace actually got the Baron buff as well, so... All in all, great play by Blue Team. It was worth it. Good call. This random vote has failed on Red Team? Why would you surrender? You're still ahead by 3,000 gold. 4,000 almost even. It's not that much, it's true. But it's still a viable amount. Of course, the most part of that money is actually in Quinn's pocket. Quinn is on 11,000 gold. That's a lot. Caitlyn doing quite well as well, because she's farming well. As well, because Quinn is farming just as well. As well. I'm gonna stop doing that, sorry. So yeah, Quinn and Caitlyn with the most money, though it is Quinn that is the most fat, and I can't blame her, she's been farming quite well, as well. No, sorry, I'm gonna stop. So that's a turret being destroyed. With the Baron buff, of course, the siege potential of Blue Team has increased by tenfold. Red Team took a dragon though, so they will maintain their lead. It's still 4,000. The gold differentiation has been swinging in between 4,000 and 6,000, which is a good sign for Blue Team, to be honest, because they were a little bit behind. Will now take their revengeance, if that is a word, onto Xing Zhao, and it will be the Jace getting the kill. He needs it a little bit, though maybe Vayne needs it as well. They are both now equal on champion kills. Vayne is under farming minion kill wise, so it might have been smarter to give it to Vayne in the end. And she is the AD carry regardless, so always a reason to give her the kill. Then again, this is solo queue, and you want to get your name on top of the screen now, don't you? Cassiopeia will get a blue, so at least Jace gives her blue. I know Jace players that would take blue for themselves, and I would be like, ah, you bastard. So, still a 4,000 gold lead. I would have thought it would have reached more to the 5,000 area. Nevertheless, it is Blue Team that has a Baron buff, but they do not dare to over-initiate onto Red Team. And they're correct in for that matter. They mostly took Baron so that Red Team couldn't take it. They were a little bit behind, and they feel like they are very far behind. They're not as far behind as they would think, maybe, but they're still behind. And so they realize that, hey, at least we have Baron now. Red Team can't take it. It's safe. We're safe for a few minutes. They can't use it to push. They can safely take the inner turrets though, the tier 2 ones. That should be relatively easy with a Baron buff without getting caught. You have Janna for the disengage. If it goes bad, you have Cassiopeia with her petrifying gaze. If the enemy walks towards you, they will get stunned, not slowed. So that's the final outer turret being destroyed by Blue Team. They are now going for the inner one as well. It's wise of them to push the bottom lane, but oh my, a mass recall for Xing Zhao? Only Jace should be required, and to be honest, I would prefer to see Vayne going there. Vayne has very strong dueling potential. Jace has very strong poke potential, so keeping Jace into your comp would be a little bit wiser in the end, because he would be able to harass your enemies and making it way easier to go for a tower. Instead, he is going for Xing Zhao, but he uses Blade of the Ruined King to give himself some more active movement speed. To the skies, the Jace goes, but now that he doesn't have to the skies, Xing Zhao saw the perfect opportunity to go for the kill. But he will die as well. At least a Baron buff less on the blue team. Worth it? Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of worth it for Xing Zhao, I believe. Jace didn't had a killing spree though. He was close. If Jace got the kill onto Xing Zhao first and then Jace would have died to the Ignite, Xing Zhao would have gotten bonus money. But hey, in hindsight, everything is easy. And then again, how do you time it? It would be way too hard, to be honest. So, we saw a sneaky Rengar stealing away a red buff there, so that won't be for Quinn or for Devane. Caitlyn. Having 3 AD carries, man, is so confusing. It's so confusing, man. So, we are 30 minutes into the game. The gold differentiation is a little bit less than 4,000 gold, so blue team does a nice job. The Baron buff is now disappeared, so it will be about 2 minutes before the next Baron. Maybe I can find it. Has slain the dragon? No, I don't have timestamps enabled in spectator mode. Stupid me. Well, I should have just watched when they took Dragon Baron. Oh no, Janna! Nice Howling Gale, but it won't be enough. However, Janna still has her Zephyr, so she has bonus movement speed. And if required, she can use the Zephyr to slow the Nautilus down so that he can't harass her. But Oracles is very dangerous indeed. You can get caught. It might be a trap, Janna. Oh, Dredgeline being used there, but the team is a little bit too far away there, Nautilus. Of course, Quinn is very fast, but can she beat a Vayne whilst being exhausted? Gets stunned against the wall, will flash away. Vayne, of course, with the chase, but it is a Quinn. Vaults into her face, shuts down. Jace will die as well. Caitlyn is going hard. Dredgeline missing, though, and a very nice Howling Gale for the disengage. Shurello's Reverie being used there. Xing Zhao flashes over the wall. We'll get a 3-talent strike on the face of the snake, and it's now Janna using her Shurello's Reverie. A little bit too late because she gets Dredgeline to the face, will get slowed as well, and then the Aqua Prism for the finish. Mwah! Very great fight indeed for Red Team. Of course, Rengar wasn't there. If he was, the fight would have been a little bit different, but then again, Nautilus wouldn't have engaged that hard. Because that was a very risky engage coming down from Nautilus. He was all by himself for a long time. Rengar showing that he is Rengar. Gets blinded though. Vault will reduce the damage that he can do. And oh my, it's an ace for Quinn. The blind man and the vault. In combination, it reduces Rengar's damage output by a latte. And that's milk in Italian? I don't know. No, it's not. I think it's leche. Oh well. So 2 inhibitors being destroyed by Red Team now. This is looking very grim for Blue Team now. Baron is also about to spawn. So the minute that Red Team has recalled and bought their items, they can go straight for Baron and then finish this game. What Blue Team can do is just try to turtle it as hard as possible. They have better poke, I believe. They have better poke. Cassiopeia has great wave clearance, though a little bit slow because it is mostly damage over time. Meaning that she has difficulties getting lost hits and when the entire team is pushing. I know it sucks, but hey, her farm is at least very decent indeed. Is on par with Caitlyn's. What are the odds? Will get herself a blue buff. Miasma for the vision. Great play indeed. Baron has spawned. It has been warded by Janna, so good play on that part. Jace might get caught by a Nami, but then again, how do you get caught by a Nami? It would be weird that the fish would have the hook. It would be very weird indeed. There's still a cheeky ward over here. Very nicely placed there. She knew that there would have... Oh no, cast! Run, Nami! Run! Cassiopeia is right in the bushes. And that's an Oracle onto Janna as well, so she will clear as much vision as possible. Find herself a nice little pink ward, but hey, she knows there's a pink ward. Jace wants to go in hard onto Xing Zhao. He again uses the Blade of the Ruined King, man, and it is perfect disengage for him. The entirety of Red Team now in position. Xing Zhao relatively low, but he can get Ebb and Float, and he can regen on the golems as well, which he will probably do. Yes, indeed. So he will be quite fine. Nami can now use Ebb and Flow onto herself, so she will be on full health as well. Oh, Cassio. Be very careful, yo. Janna is actually on a bad position as well, though they know. She is going to try and steal with the Howling Gale. That would be amazing. Places a ward down. The Red Team disengages immediately. Gets caught by the Noxian Blast, and look at the damage it's able to do now. That's the power of a Riley's Crystal Scepter with Lyandra's Torment, Cassiopeia. Next item she should go for... Well, I think she should go for the Hourglass, but apparently she's going for another item. We shall see. And that is the ultimate going down. Will Cassio land her ult? She will. Stunning too, but not the prime target. She will survive for a long time though. And the Monsoon of Janna now has been used. The exhaust onto Rengar will negate most of his damage. Vayne trying to kill the Quinn, but Quinn is doing so much onto her as well. Gets knocked up by the Howling Gale, and now Jace has finally arrived, shutting down the Quinn for, I believe, 432 gold. Red team, noticing that they need to do something, will try and backdoor onto the Nexus. They think that blue team would have gone for a quick Baron, but instead, blue team making the wise decision, backing off. Caitlyn, however, wants to do something and might be able to destroy a turret, but guess what? Eye of the Storm works onto turrets. The last ability that works on turrets, by the way. And Sherello's Reverie now being popped. Zephyr landing onto the Caitlyn. She will get knocked up as well, and that would be, and will be, a quick kill for the Vayne. So blue team playing this game as best as they can. The fight at Baron was not as good as they wanted to be, but it was very decent. Cassiopeia was able to keep the Nami anti-Nautilus back for a long period of time. Quinn was all by herself trying to kill Cassiopeia, and she survived for such a long time in the end. She doesn't even have Spell Vamp, which is a viable item to go for onto a Cassiopeia, don't get me wrong. But she managed to stand for a very long time, which was great. The exhausts were burned on both teams, I believe. Yes, indeed. Janna v Nami. Janna wins. Well, she got the ward, is what I want to say. But blue team needs to be very careful. The thing is that red team can keep on pressuring Baron with 4 players, and then a 5th one can just backdoor easily. There are 2 lanes pushing with super minions for, I believe, still about a minute or 2, which will be quite dangerous indeed. So they'll have to hold on. They'll have to survive. They can't lose a single team fight. They have what it takes to not lose a single team fight. Oh my. Oh my, that was a lot of damage there. Will Jace be able to flash? Nope. He just dies too quickly. So this is bad. This will mean a Baron for red team. Unless Rengar can deal quick damage onto Xing Zhao. Okay, blue team, you need to act now. You need to go now. The Baron is at 1/2 of its HP. There are 3v4. This is not ideal. To be honest, it's far from ideal. But they'll have to do something. Cassiopeia flashing into the Baron pit will get knocked up. Quinn is fairly low, gets knocked back again. Will try to blind the Vayne, will succeed in doing so. The tidal wave will just surf on through. And well, blue team tried. Might have been better that they tried for a Baron steal instead of a full-on fight. If Cassiopeia was so willing to flash into a Baron pit, she should have waited until the very end and tried to steal it with her ult. Maybe she didn't have vision. Well, she didn't, of course, but if you don't have vision, you don't blindly flash into a Baron pit with your ult. Oh, poor Rengar. Almost able to... Oh, he actually managed to turn himself invisible. He might be able to kill Quinn. Then again, he will die in the process of doing so, so it's not worth it. Keep in mind, of course, Quinn can blind you. So it's Jace who will be able to throw many shock blasts down. They need to protect this final inhibitor. The tower has already been destroyed, so it will be very hard. It will be impossible, let's be honest. So this will be very hard for blue team to get back to. I don't see them doing this. However, if there's one team that can do it, it is the all famous blue team. One of the 2 most famous teams in my casts. So yeah, they haven't given up. All inhibitors are down. The chances of coming back from that are even lower than 1%. But they still believe in it. They want to be the 1%. They want to own all the money in the world. And well, if you win this game, you will. You will win all the money. So, by all means, show me what you got. Because I don't want no 1-minute men. Or 1% men. Well now. Red team continues to farm, because that's the thing. Well, we're 40 minutes into the game, so people are getting their perfect item builds. Rengar has it. I think Xing Zhao has it as well. Well, he's close. The Quinn should have it as well, though she's going for a very bruiser build, I must say, which is smart. because she is going in as a bird, which means that she doesn't have the range of an AD carry if she is in bird form. So going bruiser, quite smart, quite smart. And she's still able to do a lot of damage, don't get me wrong. So, a 7,000 gold lead coming down from red team. Caitlyn wants to go for an Archangel staff, a Guardian Angel, and is able to purchase it. So, Caitlyn, nearly perfect gear, will probably go for an Infinity's Edge to finish this off. Xing Zhao wants to go for a quick kill onto the Vayne. We'll see if he will succeed. Vayne, of course, a very strong dueling champ, but there is a Nami with Xing Zhao as well. Oh, that's an audacious charge. Yeah. Xing Zhao actually going for a very squishy build, I must say, but it's working out. He's able to duel pretty much everyone. If he's able to get his 3-talent strike off, you're dead. However, Rengar works the same, and he is also going for the same squishy build. Even squishier. Well, not really squishier, but a lot more armor penetration. Oh, Rengar gets juked by the audacious charge, and that wasn't even intentional. Xing Zhao almost getting a quick kill onto the Jace there. That was only a matter of milliseconds. So yeah, Shinra Tensei coming down from red team. The final push. Will it be the final push? Will blue team be able to hold this off? I don't know. It's a 4v5, so in a way, blue team has an advantage, but there are a lot of super minions there. Nautilus missing the dredge line. Janna getting focused down, survives for quite a long time. She's quite tanky. And that's the perfect Petrified coming down onto the Caitlyn. Is she going to survive? She will. Quinn going in deep will get knocked up too many times, and it will be a kill onto Quinn. Now it's going to be Caitlyn going down. Guardian Angel being popped. There's a Rengar. Now she gets dredge line. He won't be able to get the kill. The Guardian Angel of Vayne now has been popped, and they're going for the chase. The final chase onto the Nami, and it will be a triple kill for Rengar. Blue team has managed to defend their base for now. And it's awesome. Their turrets had taken quite a beating during that fight, but the turrets, of course, of the Nexus are able to regenerate. So they're able to regenerate for quite a bit. If Xing Zhao was in that fight, it would have gone the other way around. So Xing Zhao being a little bit too cheeky. They had the game. They were strong enough, yet he decides to go in solo. He didn't saw Rengar coming. Of course, how could you? He used his ultimate. But then again, you don't do it. If he was there in that fight, considering the amounts of damage he is able to do, he would have been a factor that would have made it so that blue team couldn't have held it. They had Baron, they had super minions coming down from all lanes. Maybe a little bit cheeky. He's even going for blue. Has a final item, another BF item, which will probably be a Bloodthirster. Considering it's a Xing Zhao. He might go cheeky and go for an Infinity's Edge, I don't know. We'll see. Red team now going in once more. Probably going to push mid again. And try to win. The Ignites and Exhausts are still down, so they'll probably wait for it. Unless they think that the fact that some of the spells are on cooldown is in favor to them. It is. Kind of, because the Exhaust from Janna is way too important at this part of the game. You need to shut down at least Caitlyn or Quinn, or even Xing Zhao for that matter, to reduce their damage. Keep in mind that because red team has full AD damage, that technically endgame is for blue team. If they can armor it up quite nicely, they will survive. They don't do it though. Jace wants to do damage, Rengar wants to do damage, Cassiopeia wants to do damage. They all want to do as much damage as possible, so they're not going for a hard armor build. The only one that's going for it is Janna, which is normal because she's a support. The way to support her team is probably by going either the Locket of the Ancillary, which is actually magical damage block, but the shield you get from it is great as well. And probably go for, well, I would love to see a Frozen Heart actually. They need it. It will shut down Quinn, Caitlyn and Xing Zhao's attack speed by quite a bunch. The inhibitors are back up. The final... Oh my god, Rengar going for the dunk. Will not succeed. Will get knocked in the air himself. Will get saved by the Monsoon of Janna though. Amazing Monsoon indeed. The entirety of blue team is still on their feet. So well was Reverie being used, but you get slowed down by the Cassiopeia. And there's no escape. A double kill for blue team. Quinn trying to backdoor the base, but I don't think she will succeed. Or will she? She did get an inhibitor. Was it worth her life? Maybe? It's still not over yet, so at least one lane will be pushing with super minions. So, I don't know. It's probably worth it, because there's not going to be another team fight for the next 50 seconds anyway, so she'll be back on her feet regardless. Then again, it depends what blue team can do within this 30 seconds that they control the map, because they just need to push way too far out of their base, and by the time they finally reach an objective, like a turret, let's say top turret, everyone will be back alive. Baron, however, has respawned. They can do it in 20 seconds. They know it's there. They're not going for it though. Oh no, Vayne, he's not alone and he's a Xin Zhao, don't you know? Xin Zhao gets killed as well though. Was it worth your AD carry? I don't know. If you get a D... Oh, that's not worth your exhaust though. That's not worth your exhaust. Tidal Wave knocks them up. The entirety of Red Team is about to respawn. Howling Gale not able to reach and Nami gets away. That was not worth it. This will be dangerous. They don't have exhaust. They can't shut down the Quinn or the Caitlyn or the Xin Zhao. However, judging from Nami, she also used her exhaust. Huh. Well then. Apparently it was relatively worth it. Well, you didn't get the kill, so no, it's not worth it. It was worth it for Nami because she didn't die, maybe? Then again, exhausts are so important at this part of the game. Just don't use it like you want to. If you can't get the kill, then you don't get the kill. It's a support player. Red Team now going for a cheeky Baron, and there's nothing blue team can do. Janna might go into ward, that's too dangerous, she needs to back off. Might be able to ward blue bot. No, she's going in further, she needs to be very careful. If Quinn just pops her tag team, she can go in onto the Janna. The Shirello's Reverie has been popped, but Baron has been taken regardless. On the plus side, blue team only needs to push the middle lane hard. Of course, because the inhibitors are destroyed, the lanes will push on all sides regardless, because the minions are a little bit stronger. Let's see, it's 800 and that's 700, so yeah, they have like 100 more HP. So they still need to be careful, but they're turtling it out quite well. They're doing a good job. It's gonna be hard for them no matter what. Red team again has a Baron. The gold is equal though, but if you have all your inhibitors destroyed, it's just too hard. Thank God they still have their Nexus towers. Rengar, you need to be careful, mate. They have Baron, just let them push, they have the initiative, let them take the initiative. If you can kill them, then you can finish. If not, please don't. Don't get caught, is all I'm saying. I want to see a final battle, a clash of the titans. They're both equal on gold, so fight-wise, it should be an interesting team fight. And it should all come down to the team fight, at least for blue team. Red team, of course, they can be cheeky and fight with 4 and let one guy backdoor. They're all tanky enough at this point of the game that they can take down the Nexus towers without dying themselves. I think. Actually, no, they're all quite squishy, now that I think about it. We'll see. Miasma being used to prevent the push from the minions, but they're dodging it quite well, I must say. Cheeky minions. So the inhibitor taking a beating. All the Guardian Angels are active. Rengar will probably be the initiate for blue team. They will need to initiate. I don't think they can win this game if they let this inhibitor get destroyed once more. However, they've shown that they are capable of doing it. I don't believe Xin Zhao will make the same mistake. He is going solo though, but that's fine. It will mean that he needs to do a 1v1, and Cassiopeia cannot fight Xin Zhao. They need to either engage now or lose their inhibitor. And I think they're going to choose to let their inhibitor get destroyed, which isn't wise at all. For now, it's still standing. Yeah. Oh, Nautilus has been hit. Shock Blast coming through the team, not doing as much damage as it does. And Xin Zhao again has been taken down by the Rengar. Red team now needs to run away. Well, relatively speaking, of course, blue team still has to make it so that the minions aren't pushing all that far hard. And calls are being made to take a dragon. You both have about more than 75,000 gold. Yet you still want dragons. That's greed. But I don't care. They have to do something now that Xin Zhao is down. They can't risk going in now. Because the death timers are now so long that I believe... Well, at the very least, blue team will be able to get an inhibitor out of this and even the playfield a little bit. Still might be dangerous though. We shall see. We're about to reach the end apparently, judging that my timer isn't going down. You all know how long this game takes. It's a long game, and it's tied. If blue team is able to win this game, then this will be the best game ever. Please, blue team, Show me that you are the 1%. Show it to me. How long do they still have on their Baron buff? It's about to go down, actually. What? Oh. What a bastard. Rengar now has an Oracles as well. Of course, he has perfect gear, so he has pretty much every elixir in the game and an Oracles. Meaning that Janna doesn't need to risk her hide. Rengar as well, he can use the Thrill of the Hunt to turn himself invisible and give himself extra movement speed. So he can actually clear wards more safely than Janna. Janna is very good at clearing wards, don't get me wrong. She can use her Howling Gale to disengage, has Zephyr for bonus movement speed. But she's still a Janna. She is relatively squishy, though no longer. Oh my, Rengar pops himself his little ult. Wants to go in for Quinn. Will it last long enough, though? He knows where she is. He's going to flash forward, going for the kill. Quinn now getting caught. Will she die? Janna with the shield. A very nice slow coming down from Quinn and Rengar. They both popped it. Quinn will survive. Did not think she would have survived that. If Quinn would have died at that part of the game, it might have been a GG for blue team. Now Xing Zhao might get caught. I think it will be okay though. A very nice... Oh my god, I didn't even think that was possible. Cassiopeia able to stun the Xing Zhao with the petrifying gaze over the wall. He looked at her. She waved her hand over the wall, then tried to jump up, show her little peely eyes, and Xing Zhao said, "Those are nice eyes. Oh crap, I am stoned!" Which is what everyone says in San Francisco. So then, blue team, they have 4 players. They are now pushing through the middle. The Baron is up, but I don't believe... No, that's not a Baron. Oh my, Rengar knows where you are. They know where you are. It's a trap for a trap. It's Trapception over here. Tidal Wave coming down. DJs wants to go for a quick kill onto the Quinn. Will he succeed? Yes, he will, together with Rengar. Nami goes down. Is blue team going to turn this game around? Are they finally going to take this after 15 minutes? I don't know. The slow is too much. The poison will get the kill. And the final person to survive was Caitlyn. And she will die through the powers of Vayne. It's an ace. They're all dead for like 70 seconds, except for Xing Zhao, of course. But what can Xing Zhao do all by himself? I don't know. I don't know. They're going to push the first inhibitor tower down, and probably the last as well, because they only need one. They're going to push on. Push on, mates. They still have 40 seconds left. Only Xing Zhao standing. Rengar using his ultimate to try and get a cheeky quick kill onto him. Won't do it. Monsoon will heal the team more than enough. Xing Zhao gets miasma to the face. Gets exhausted as well. They didn't even need to use exhaust in that last fight. And it's a GG for blue team. They managed to take this. All their inhibitors were down. They were all down. They took it. I'm turning into a chicken. My god, this game. I didn't thought it would have been possible. But they did it. Well, GG blue team. And GG red team, you gave me a gem of a game. Guys, I hope you enjoyed. And I will see you next time. Whatever it is I'll do. Whenever it is I'll do it. Dear God, thank you for watching. And goodbye.